my chicken fried, and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Friday, everybody.
That song gets me so pumped up every time I hear it.
It's such a good song.
It's such a good song. Like, I don't want to quit listening to it.
I know. I think we've been going longer and longer every time. Maybe it feels that way. I get like, do I just start talking now?
Like, well, I could just listen to this before I start talking.
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to another awesome episode of Friday. It's John Reap here and
Sarah Tiana.
And we are back. How you been?
I've been great.
Where were you? What'd you do? Let's catch
where
up.
Where have I been? Oh, man. I was in Vegas for the Life is Beautiful festival. It's a music festival, but they had a comedy tent.
Oh, okay.
And it's in downtown, which is like, you know, the old part of Vegas.
Yeah. I like that part.
They put us up at the El Cortez Hotel, which I didn't even know existed.
Yeah. I've never heard of it either.
But it was really nice.
It's not like a chain, huh?
No, it ain't a chain. And but it was really nice. And it was like Lord and Gorillaz and Muse and like all these amazing artists.
Oh, wow.
And we had access to all of that. And
so it has nothing to do with that movie, Life is Beautiful.
No,
okay.
There wasn't it wasn't about the Holocaust.
Yeah, that's why, and my brain, I'm like, and there's a comedy tent in this.
Such a big Holocaust festival that I went to.
This one camp, there was this tent.
Yeah, there was definitely fences. Yeah. But we could leave. We were allowed to leave.
Well, who was some of the comics?
It was Mike Lawrence and Matthew Broussard and Solomon Garcia.
How long were you there?
It was just 2 days.
Okay.
Thank goodness. That's about as long as you can handle Vegas.
Did you drive that one or fly it?
I flew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my boyfriend came out, so that was nice. And lost money at the slot machines, so that was the norm.
What amount of money do you put in the slot machines? I know it's a card now. A lot of times you just use a card.
No, the card is just for your points, your rewards points.
Got it. So
but no, you still have to put in
actual change.
Dollar bills.
Dollar bills. Oh.
Well, no, but they actually, because it was downtown, they still had machines that put quarters out. Like, I hadn't seen that.
Yeah.
In a long, like
if I win something, I want that machine to spill out a bunch of stuff.
You want a bunch of quarters.
Yeah,
to fall out.
I want everyone. I want to hear it clanking. I want people looking around like that guy's a winner.
Well, they have it makes a lot of sound. I was playing the Sharknado machine, which is
they have a Sharknado machine.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that movie has gotten so big.
Yeah.
I mean, that series.
And actually, that slot machine pays out really, really good. But I always turn the volume up because I'm superstitious, and it is so loud. They're like, Sharknado! Like, wild shark shower!
Do they have celebrities on there, like from the movie?
Yeah, David Hasselhoff and Tara Reid and stuff like that. And
oh, that's funny.
They have chainsaws going everywhere where you have to chainsaw the sharks in half as one of your bonuses. And
nice.
It just makes so much noise. Like, you're winning like $2, but it sounds like you're winning $2,000.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But you lost money this time.
Yeah.
The Sharknado 8.
I would go up and down and up and down.
Yeah.
But then ultimately, I just give it all right back. I'd make my deposit.
Yeah. I'll take it straight to
Are you a gambler?
I play blackjack. That's about it.
Oh, you only play
blackjack. I'll go to a blackjack table. I'll try to find the smallest one, with the least amount of...
Oh, deal. I thought you were going to say smallest dealer. Like just a little tiny dealer.
Yeah. I want to feel superior to my dealers. No, it's $5 bets, not like $25 bets, like the small ones. That way I like to sit there and get a feel for the table and then slowly...
Lose your money.
Here's my strategy. Everyone has their own little strategy.
Yeah, this is John's bringing down the house strategy.
Yeah, I'll just start with the smallest bets a bunch of times in a row, and then if I'm up a little bit, then I go I call them strategic strikes. Like out of nowhere, I'll just put everything rah! Like that. Not everything. Like most of it. A lot. I'll leave like one little chip left, and if I win, then that doubles it. If I don't, well, I'm done.
Well, apparently somebody was telling me about this documentary on Netflix it was a documentary about a bunch of people who've taken Vegas for millions and millions of dollars by, counting cards or whatever.
Right.
But apparently there was this one guy that was really good at sleight of hand, like magic.
Oh.
And he would play blackjack like the $1,000 table, and he'd have $10,000 chips. And if he had a $10,000 chip out there, and then he knew he was going to lose, he'd switch it really quick to 1,000. And then if it was 1,000, he'd switch it to 10. And like he took them for like $15 million.
Wow. Yeah,
and you could they literally have to slow it down to the slowest speed to see him do it. They could not figure it out for so long.
That's ballsy.
I know.
With all the
That's
cameras
a real
in there?
Talent.
I know, it is. I wish I could do that.
I know. Being in a casino is probably the most I'll ever be on TV.
Yeah, there's so many cameras everywhere. It's like a reality show. It's like Truman Show.
Yeah.
Well,
what about you? Where were you?
I was in Toronto for the Just for Laughs Toronto Festival.
That place is fun, right?
Yeah, I had a blast. Did several different shows at different venues. You know, I had to open for some people a couple of times. They make everybody do stuff.
I know.
Like you can't just be a headliner. It's like, no, we're gonna need you to open a couple of shows too. So I did that, and then hung out every night. Like I'm recovering now.
Right.
It was crazy. Let's see. I worked with Morgan Murphy.
Oh, nice.
Martin Norman.
Mark Norman.
Yeah, he's very funny.
Very
Had
funny.
a good time with him. And so yeah, just lots of. There was so many comedians there.
Well, also
takes over the whole city.
Canada, like drinking in Canada.
Yeah.
It's like those festivals in Canada. I'm always hungover for a week.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then they had the one bar that they always have like an after party kind of thing where all the comics sort of end up, stayed up until 4 a.m. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't get out much during the day. I'll tell you that. But I had a blast. Canada was fun. I'm going to be going back to Canada a lot. I'm going to Edmonton and Vancouver later on this year for some just regular comedy shows. Yucks.
Great.
But Canada's in love with me right now. I don't know what's going on.
I love Canada
I love
too.
me some Canada.
I'll take some maple syrup on
Heck
everything.
Yeah. Oh my God, there's this. Have you heard of God? What do they call it? They have Canadian bacon, right? We call it Canadian bacon. They just call it ham.
Right.
But there's another kind of thing that they make with ham, but they put like this cornmeal on the outside of it. Pea meal or something like that.
I'm sure you're not saying that right.
Probably not. But yeah, and I didn't try it, but I'm like, I wanted to. I never got.
You didn't want to try something that sound like pea?
I want some poutine and pea meal. Yeah.
Poutine.
You know poutine, right?
Poutine.
Yeah. I like to say poutine though.
That sounds very sexual.
Yes, it does. And it's just French fries with stuff on it.
Also, like it is gravy.
Yeah.
French fries with brown gravy.
Yeah.
But also, one time I was there, first time I ever went to Canada, I was in Calgary, and there was Cheese Whiz on the table, and like one of those packets, like they have jams, like those little square packets.
Sure.
Where and
jelly.
Then and it was in the same container as the jelly and stuff, but it was just Cheese Whiz, and I asked the lady, I was like, what is this for? And she looked at me like I was an alien. She's like, your toast. Like that. Your toast.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Yeah, you idiot.
Dumb.
Oh, sorry.
Everyone puts cheese whiz on toast in the mornings.
Yeah.
That's weird. I mean, it probably tastes fine, but it's not like a morning thing.
Cheese on bread is delicious. But
when I was in London, they had their breakfast. They love beans in the morning.
Yes.
So they had beans on toast. No matter what, if you liked it or not, it would show up. It was weird. So anyway, we always like to start our show with a little personal question.
A little personal
question.
question.
Get to know each other. You get to know us, audience. Mm-hmm. And we're growing in numbers, I've noticed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Thank you for all the reviews that you've been leaving. They're very nice.
Yep. It always helps if you talk about us. Rate, review, subscribe, and share. Your R's and your S's. Do that for us. So let's start this one out. I was just talking to a buddy of mine not long ago who I've known almost my whole life, and we were roommates for a while. And so I was going to ask you. I'm sure you've had tons of roommates in your lifetime, or not your sister, your parents, but like in college maybe. So like my question was like, give me a good roommate story or something that maybe your worst roommate ever or something crazy. I don't know.
Wow. Oh, man, that's great. Yeah, I mean, the most time I had roommates was in college. The very first roommate I had in college at UGA. Oh, my gosh. I forget her name. She was awful. She was so loud. She never stopped talking. And we had a room in the corner of the dorm, and it was in the stairwell, so it was loud. Like everything echoed anyway.
Yeah.
And I would be there studying, and she'd walk in, and she'd just be talking, and I would put my fingers in my ears, like I'm not listening to you.
Just kept going.
Talking, and then I would just have to leave the room. Yeah.
Do you think she did it on purpose? Like she saw your fingers in your ears and kept going
I think
to be
she's
mean?
just a really lonely person.
She doesn't take nonverbal cues.
Yeah. And then I lived when I was working at Six Flags in Atlanta, I had a roommate there, Gina, and she was literally the messiest person I've ever, where they're like you'd walk and you'd step on something, you're like, what is that? And it would be like crusty underwear that would just get stuck to your foot.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I lived in the basement, which was there's just mold everywhere. So
Yeah.
I'm sure, whenever I say
lived in the
something dumb,
basement?
it's because of that mold. I'm going to blame it on
They
that.
put you down there with a sloth from Goonies
Yeah.
in the basement.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, I've had many. And in fact, I was going to call
Yeah.
one of my roommates, that the one I was just telling you about.
What's his name?
His name's Mike Hauser. Michael Hauser. He's this guy that's had like 1,000 nicknames his whole life. People give him nicknames, but the one that stuck, and I don't want you to say it to him when I call him because it makes him mad, but he'll hear this later, but it's Booger.
His nickname's Booger.
Booger, yeah. Yeah, but not because he
Like
picks
from
his
Revenge
nose,
of the Nerds.
but that guy, because he could burp like him.
Oh.
Yeah, remember in the burp contest?
Yeah.
So it's just the burp, but then you hear Booger, and you're out, you're a single man, and you're trying to meet women, and everybody, Booger, come here. He's not getting laid, so I felt bad for him. But then he was like, they called him Rowdy. Sometimes they called him Michael Motorcycle.
I always wanted a nickname.
Yeah, but it made me mad. He had like 8 his whole life. I've got like maybe 1 or 2.
What you ever?
One buddy called me Junior because of JR.
Oh.
He just called me Junior.
Junior.
Yeah. Just my last name. People just go Reap or Grin Reaper.
Reaper.
Yeah.
The Reapster.
The Reaper. Yeah. The Reapster. That was my brother's one. So should we call Booger?
Yeah, call him.
See what he wants. See if he's.
Let's see
I hope
if he
gonna
has
say
a good
something
roommate story.
about me. Yeah, I'm nervous.
When were y'all roommates?
We were roommates in college from 1992 to about, I'd say, till I moved to LA. So about 2000.
Oh, wow.
Like on and off a couple times. We took some breaks and got back together.
You and Booger.
Me and
I'm not going to
Hauser.
say.
Okay.
His name is Hauser.
Yeah,
Mike
Hauser. He's kind of shy, but he'll probably get in there. Let's see what he
Hello?
does. Mike Hauser, please.
This is he.
Are you a GLG 20?
That's Austin Milbars, but
Oh,
yes, I am a
that-
GLG 20.
Okay.
What does that mean? Hi, I'm Sarah. Hi.
Hi, Sarah. Have you never seen Spies Like Us?
Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, Spies
Oh,
Like Us.
Yeah, once.
Oh, that's one of the movies that we just will
Once.
randomly yell lines at each other from.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I've done that one to him in a long time. He goes, no, that's Austin Milbars. Like he was right away. That's how good he is. What's up, Hauser? What are you doing, man?
What's up, man? I'm getting, doing the nightly ritual, bathing children and putting them to bed.
Oh, I thought you were just bathing yourself.
He doesn't even have.
No, I only do that once a month.
Yeah. What? So we always start our podcast. By the way, you're on Fried, the podcast Fried. So welcome.
He's never listened to it.
I don't think he probably has. Have you?
I have. I've listened to one episode, yes.
Which
The other
one
week
was it?
when
Do you remember anything from it?
No, it was about 3 weeks ago while
Okay.
I was walking the dog. Sorry.
Yeah. Once you walk that dog, memory's just gone.
Gotta bathe in that.
I'm
bath.
trying, though. I'm trying to get into podcasts. I just can't, but I'm trying.
He's old school. He's listening to AM radio still.
I listen to AM. I listen to
The
sports
sports
talk
stuff,
radio
yeah.
on AM.
Sports talk. I like Mad Dog Radio. Chris Russo, Mad Dog Russo.
Oh, look at you.
Look at him. He's a big sports guy, Mike Hauser here.
Oh, yeah, me too, Mike.
Our college won. NC State beat Florida State.
I saw that.
that
That
was
was
fun.
such a good game.
Yeah, it was.
Got a big game coming up this week against Syracuse.
Oh,
yeah.
my
Are we-
boyfriend
are we-
went to Syracuse.
Are we supposed to win that one?
Well, given the fact that NC State sort of screws up after they win a big game, they're more than
Right.
likely to lose this week. But I'm hoping that they're going to break that.
Syracuse gave
They're gonna
LSU a
break
big
that.
run for their money
Are
last
they good?
week.
Are they good
Yeah.
this year, Syracuse?
They're usually not good. I mean,
Right.
Donovan
That's the
McNabb's
only
the
one.
only person that's ever come from there. But
Yeah.
And,
I was at that game when we beat them.
we were there together, and we beat
Yeah,
them.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
98, sorry.
We go way back.
Yeah.
Hey, how long were? How many
My
years?
neck in 88.
He was doing Rayman in that. Don't know if you heard that. How many years were we roommates, Mike?
Let's see. Off and on.
Since
89
90. I mean, 92 is where it started.
92 till 96 or so, and then you moved out and moved back in, and you left to go to. You packed up and went to California in 1999 or 2000.
Yeah. So, Seth, we always start our podcast
off and
with.
on.
we always start our podcast with a like a personal question, and this time I was asking Sarah, like, give me some good roommate stories, and she had an annoying roommate that would just talk her head off loudly. So I'm wondering, I thought I'd call you since we were roommates. And please don't go too mean on me here.
Please do.
I mean, listen,
Because he already told me your nickname's Booger, so.
I didn't. I said it used to be.
Well.
It used to be, but now I'm professional and all.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Booger. Booger the third.
Mr. Booger, that's right.
No.
Well, you've had, how many nicknames have you had? My mom used to call you Michael Motorcycle.
I like that one personally.
Yeah, and then there was Rowdy.
Yeah.
And then Rowdy morphed to Mowdy.
Yeah.
And then Booger was
I don't
always
know.
at one.
And then, there's other things.
So what get embarrassed? Now listen,
How was
my
Jon
parents are going to be listening to this. So
I understand your mom and dad listen religiously. I understand.
okay.
I got that.
So give me a good fun roommate story. What you got?
Personal. Well, there's the time you caught the carpet on fire at Kensington Park.
Yeah, that
Kensington
did.
Place.
Yeah.
The grease fire after I was gone that weekend.
Yeah, I had the whole place to myself. Like everybody left
And
to go.
you burned up half of your letter jacket putting it out and poured water onto it.
Yeah.
You put water on a grease fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After
did. I did.
No,
John
after other attempts of trying to put it out. Okay, so I was trying to make Chick-fil-A chicken. I had the whole place to myself. I'm like, I'm gonna watch college football, and I'm gonna make some cool ass fried chicken. I've never made it before in my life.
Of course.
So, and then you're in college, you don't have all the ingredients that you need. You just sort of hodgepodge of different stuff. We had some oil. I think it was canola oil.
No good pots, probably.
No good. None of the lids matched the pans or pots either.
Yeah.
So I put all this oil in the pot, and I just turned it on high. And I thought, in my
course.
brain, it had to be boiling before, and it just has to be hot.
Right.
So anyway, I don't know that. I'm just waiting for the stuff to start boiling, and then I'm over here kneading the chicken and putting it in a little milk bath. I had some like cornstarch and flour mix, and all of a sudden I just heard a behind me. I'm like, huh. And I looked around. There's this little flame just kind of hanging out in this pot. And I'm like, okay, don't panic.
Oh,
That's
you
the
said
first
that.
thing. Yeah, don't panic. Smother it.
Panic.
Get a lid. No lid matches the pot I'm using, so it won't cover it. I go, okay. Now it's getting a little smoky. I'm like, okay, smother it with more flour. So I put the flour on top of it, and I didn't have enough to smother it. It just sat in the fire, and now that's on fire.
Oh, right.
And now I'm starting to panic because the fire alarm's going off, and there's smoke, and I'm like, water! And so I just grabbed this pot, put it in the sink, and I just turned all the water on, and it went, and there were paper towels above that.
Oh, great.
So now
That's
they're
good
on fire.
place. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And now I'm like, I got to get this out of this house. And I'm like, and I know a guy named Kent Brown.
And
His
we
daddy
were
was
on the third floor.
we were on the third floor, and it was fall. It was autumn, and so I'm like, let me get this leather jacket, and wrap it around my hand, and I'll grab this pot and run out the door. And as I'm running out the door, I'm dropping little bits. It's going.
Oh no! Oh,
You know? Now the carpet's on
little
fire.
grenade.
Yeah, and I'm like, I just kind of threw it out into the courtyard, and then
From the third floor?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now, but then it's because it's fall. There's leaves and there's pine needles, and then they're on fire. So I had to go out there and put the courtyard out as well. And
How'd you put that out?
I just went there and stepped. I just stomping all over it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't like huge, but there were just tons of tiny little fires everywhere. But when I went back inside, now the carpet's on fire, so I had to stomp the carpet out as well.
Oh.
Yeah,
Did
it
you
was a
ruin
whole
your
ordeal.
shoes?
Yeah, it was fun.
I don't think I ruined my shoes. I probably did. I don't know. I
What?
don't remember that part.
What was your reaction, Mike, when you came back from
Well,
your...
I came back and John was like, "Hey," I'm like, "Why do we have a piece of plywood down over our carpet?" And
Is that what happened?
he's like, they took the. I think you called the apartment, maintenance.
Yeah,
people.
well, the fire department came, so I couldn't.
Yeah,
I couldn't hide it from the neighbors.
Yeah, so they came and replaced part of the flooring there and all that stuff.
They basically
I'm like,
took
we had a fire.
the carpet that I set on fire and stomped out. They ripped out all that up and put linoleum down. So now
Yeah,
we had
put
an
linoleum
extra
down,
long-looking kitchen floor. It's like
That's what you need, more kitchen.
more kitchen.
to burn
It was
things up
fun.
with.
It was a fun time. I enjoyed being John's roommate.
I
Oh,
thought-
yeah?
For 9 years. Yeah, it was. I miss him. I wish he'd move back to Raleigh.
Do you remember when you put laxative in Joel's chili? It was spaghetti.
Yes. No, it's spaghetti actually. Yeah, I miss doing that sort of stuff
Yeah,
too.
he'd try to put it in your beer. He'd get a kick out of trying to
Laxative. Why do you have
people.
so much laxative
Well, it was
stuff
like
laying around?
mineral. It was mineral oil.
Oh,
He was like, "I'm gonna get you."
That was Joel. That was his impression of Joel he was doing.
Yeah,
there.
I'm like, okay, all right, pal.
I remember.
We'll see how that works out for you.
I remember. Okay, so we always would prank each other. That's just what college
What
men do. So
men in their 20s do back in the
we
1990s.
had this grill on our patio. Now we're on the third floor. Okay, and Mike decides he's gonna grill some hamburgers, and so he's out there, and I'm just sitting in this inside. Watching this through the sliding glass door, and I'm watching him take a lighter, light it, and throw it into the grill, and then like step back, like he was
Like
he was
terrified.
waiting for the flame to go, yeah,
Right.
and he was nervous,
Yeah.
and it wasn't working. He did it like 5 times, and finally I took a pillow, and I timed it perfectly, and he lit it and threw it in. I threw the pillow up against the glass.
And I jumped.
It scared the shit out of him.
oh
Yeah,
man!
I jumped. Yeah, that was a good one.
But you didn't fall off of the balcony.
No, I didn't fall off the balcony, but I jumped pretty high in the air. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. Now, did you guys have a good routine of like food in the fridge? Like, was it all sectioned out? Nobody stole each other's food.
Oh no,
Well,
I would eat a lot of Mike's
John
food.
was the guy who he was like the guy who's scavenging through your trash.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Like a raccoon.
Him and Joel
Yeah,
made
like
fun
a
of me one
raccoon.
time. We had another mate, Joel, but they both made fun of me one time because I was poor, so I ate ramen noodles, and I
lot.
didn't finish them one time, and so I saved them. Like it was like
25
maybe
cents.
5 bites left of ramen noodles, moist, and I put it in the fridge.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and they were there for like a week, 10 days.
Yeah, I don't throw
It was
things
like-
away.
Yeah, and I was like, what is this? What is that smell? I
Yeah.
was like, oh, it's my ramen noodles. Hold
But
on.
we had when I started doing stand up, and I would leave to go on the road, and
Mm-hmm.
then come back, and my base was Raleigh, so I'd just crash with Mike. So we had a good situation where I go, let me just pay you a little extra, and then I'll just you let me eat anything anytime I want. He's like, all right, that's fair, because I was never there.
I see.
And his
You-
mother
that's when you were
always,
in that little, yeah.
but your mom would always like make these blueberries muffins. And you would
Blueberry
always, when you go
muffins, yeah.
home to visit, he'd come back with the best food. And his mother's a good cook. And he would come back with all this. I was like, well, I'm going to have to eat this stuff.
I'm gonna have to eat it.
So
I'm
good.
like, hey, I like this. What is this? Where did this come from? Oh, it says come from my mom.
Well, you can't eat it all by yourself, Mike.
Right.
I know. So what's your story?
Me?
No, the young lady with her.
Sarah?
What's her name?
What's
Sarah,
your
yeah.
story?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like her roommate story or
Well,
just in general?
no,
What's your
like-
story?
Jory, what's your story?
Oh, this is
I
like
don't know much about you. I'm talking to you on a phone, a national podcast. What's your story?
my story. Well, let's see.
What do
Well,
you do?
maybe
Why-
if you
why are you
listen
doing
to
a
the
podcast with
podcast,
John?
if
Maybe
you
I
were,
would.
if you would listen, you'd find out this kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, maybe I will. Now that if Miss Sarah will tell me about it, maybe I'll tune in.
Well, I'm a comedian just like John, and
Okay.
I grew up in Georgia, and
What part?
I'm from Calhoun. We have a Nike outlet.
Okay. Is that near Atlanta? North of Atlanta?
North of
Around
Atlanta, about an hour between Atlanta and
Near the
Chattanooga.
mountains?
Yeah, North
Oh,
Georgia
near
mountains.
Chattanooga.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
And then I've been in LA for 14 years, and John and I just started this podcast because we've been working together a lot with Brad Paisley, and we just decided to talk. And
Yeah.
Okay.
normally we interview our family, and we made an exception for you today.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
So
I see Brad Paisley on. When are you going to get to do a nationwide commercial with him and
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning, who's going to be running for the U.S. Senate from Tennessee?
Is that
Mike
your
is
Peyton
all
Manning
about
impression?
all about politics.
Hey, guess what? Bob Corker retired. I think I'm going to run for the United States Senate. By God.
You don't think he's going to own it? He's going to buy the Titans?
Oh, he'll probably do that and still run for the U.S. Senate.
Oh,
I didn't know he was doing that.
I don't know if he'll do that.
I've heard he's going to buy the Titans. Yeah, I've heard that too.
I mean,
yeah.
run for the Senate. I don't know who's going to
Well,
do
the
that.
guy who's the incumbent senator just announced yesterday he's not going to run next year, and everybody's like, "Oh, Peyton Manning's going to run. Peyton Manning's going to run."
Yeah.
Who
Well, have
cares?
you saw him play his last year. He can't run that well.
Yeah, he can't run.
No, he can't. You're right. He can't run.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to walk slowly for Senate if he wants to do anything.
All right, Mike, we got to go.
All right. Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Nice talking to you.
Bye.
You too. Take care. Bye.
Bicycle.
Bye.
Bicicleta. Okay. That's Mike Hauser, everybody.
He was like, "What's your story?"
I know. It's
Like somehow I invaded your
I
conversation.
know. He's like, what's your deal?
Why are you on the phone?
Who's the broad?
I mean, I never felt so unwanted.
He had,
Like,
I love him so much, but he's not the best at social skills.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of a shy guy, and then he just blurt out shit sometimes. And that you got primetime Mike
I
Hauser
got
right there.
prime time Hauser right there. I don't need to settle it down by talking to your mom.
I know. What do you want to do next?
Yeah, let's call her.
You want to call my mama?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I'm wondering what she saw because I saw Kingsman last night.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah. What'd you think?
Oh, I really liked it. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like some deep.
You want to make a quick bet? What are the odds that she went and saw it? I think it's like 2%.
Yeah,
chance.
2% chance.
You wanna
Maybe
try-
she went to see Girls Night Out.
No way. It'll be something I haven't heard of.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Let's call
Another
her.
Jerusalem movie.
Do you want to play the intro?
Well, I'm wait till we talk to her and then I'll.
Okay.
Go.
We'll play it while. All right. Let me call her. All right.
Hopefully she answers.
I know.
Miss Betty.
Miss Betty. Ring number 2.
Hello.
Hey, Mama.
Hey there.
Hey, Betty.
Hey.
How are you, Mom?
guys?
We're doing
Good.
great. We're doing great. We're doing our podcast. We told some roommate stories. We actually called Mike Hauser and chatted with him for a minute. Now we're calling you.
Oh boy.
What did you think of Mike Hauser? Because John was roommates with him.
He was a booger, all right.
You used to call him Michael Motorcycle.
Why'd you
That's
call him
'cause I
that?
didn't know. I don't know why we got started calling him that.
Yeah, he didn't. He never had a motorcycle.
He didn't.
No, I don't think I've ever seen him on a motorcycle. But that just rhymed good. I guess maybe if she.
After talking to him, I wouldn't trust him on a motorcycle. I definitely think he should be wearing a helmet.
His head is the size that he looks like he's wearing a helmet.
Oh, he
Yes,
got
his
like-
head is got a gigantic
he's
head.
got Ben Roethlisberger head.
He does. He's got that 5 head, not the 4 head.
Right,
That's
yeah, like
he's honestly.
Frankenstein.
And I'm sorry, Mike, but he's got his body shape is that of a bowling pin. Okay? So he's got like a big head, these weak shoulders, and then like a big belly. That's his body type.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
And I love you, Mike Hauser. Okay, Mama.
Wait,
do you know
hold-
you have a theme song?
No.
Oh, my niece wrote a theme song for your movie reviews, so I'm going to play it right now, okay?
Okay.
Want to see a movie but don't know what to do? Go to Betty Boo for your movie reviews.
Hey. Did you hear it?
Yes, that's cute.
Yeah.
She's 11.
She's done a bunch of
Aw.
little opening songs for us on the
She's
podcast.
12 now. She just turned 12, actually.
Just turned her. Okay, so did you go see a movie?
No, we were at Hilton Head. We're actually on our way home from Hilton Head, so we didn't see a movie this week or last week or the week before.
Oh no! So no movie reviews today.
Well, I can do a past one.
Yeah,
All right,
Of course,
yeah.
it doesn't have to be anything you recently saw.
No.
Yeah, give us whatever you got.
Okay, A Dog's Purpose. Have you heard of that one?
Oh, wow. Yes.
I have heard of that.
Oh, man. I was afraid to see that because I felt like I'd just be crying the whole time.
That's how I felt. What? How did it make you feel, Mom?
Oh, actually, it was really cute. It was a dog that was reincarnated. He had first time he was a puppy, which was kind of sad, and then he came back as another dog, and then as another dog. Several times he came back as different dogs, but he had the same mind
Okay.
and soul. So he remembered a lot of things, and so it starts out that his first owner was mean. He's cruel. His son had him, and I think it must have peed on the carpet or something, and the dad kicked it and then took it to the
The pound?
pound, and they euthanized him.
Oh.
Oh,
So that was.
that's a rough
So
start.
that was
That's
sad.
the yeah. Oh no.
That was sad. But then he comes back as another furry little boy, and he has an unwise owner this time who leaves him locked up in a hot truck.
oh,
no.
man.
Man.
Yeah,
This
but
is a bad
he's
start.
he's rescued by a woman and her son Ethan. They break the window and free him and just take him home with them. The dog's name is Bailey.
Oh,
Did he?
And-
How many different? Was it different types of dogs, or was he always?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
And,
w-
and he would remember
most of-
stuff.
Yes, most of the time he was a boy dog, but one time he came back with a girl dog, and he didn't much like that.
oh, because he was like, "Where's my?"
Why do I have
Yes.
all these nipples?
But the boy and his mother who rescue him, this becomes his permanent home.
Mhm.
The little boy's name's Ethan, and of course the dog's name's Bailey, and they're just inseparable until Ethan goes off to college.
Mhm.
And so Bailey gets older and older, and he finally dies.
Oh.
And
So
then
he
he's
actually
reborn.
lived that time. He had a home, like a natural sort of death, right? Like he didn't.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
And he was a happy dog. He
Right.
loved Ethan so much. And then he comes back again, and let's see, he has many different owners. Some are kind and loving,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes they're struggling, like a firefighter.
Oh
Is
wow.
one owner, and he just was struggling through life, and then he has some cruel ones too.
Did it make you
um,
cry at all? Was it like?
Yeah, I
Was
was-
it
I
mostly
was
sad
kinda-
or happy?
Mostly happy.
That's good. Yeah, I'm afraid to watch movies with dogs in them
Oh.
because there's so many that just leave you like
Yeah.
that's so sad. Some of them. Did you have dogs growing up,
Yeah.
Sarah? Yeah.
Yeah, I had dogs, and I have a dog now, and like I couldn't watch Old Yeller, like
Oh,
that
God.
kind of like.
Oh,
I remember that.
know now that was sad.
That was a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had two cocker spaniels growing up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had
What were their names?
BJ, Betty's
Mm-hmm.
Jewel,
Oh.
Betty's
Uh-huh.
Jewel.
and then there was Sissy. That was after that.
Sissy. Mm-hmm.
Sissy. Yeah.
We had a dog named Biscuit. He was our first dog. And then we had one named Candy and one named Pepper. You can guess who got to name the dogs.
That sounds
It's
like
like
you and your
whatever
si-
we were hungry for.
Oh, yeah. All right. what kind of dogs were they? Are they different ones?
They were all just
Yeah.
mutts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one we had was a poodle, JJ. That was the first one. We went from JJ
Yeah.
to BJ to Sissy. And
Wow.
That was it. Yeah. It was kind of funny. I mean, not to get, but was it Sissy? Sissy was female, obviously, but she was also very, very rambunctious. She's a very horny dog.
Oh. For a female?
Yes, it was the craziest thing.
Was
People
she a
would come
humper?
over and just get on your leg and just start going.
A female?
Yeah.
That sounds like a dog that's reincarnated, like Miss Betty's talking about, where it's like, where's my part that I'm missing?
Yeah, that's right.
We had a dog named Champ, and we lived between like a cow pasture and a sheep farm, and we had this dog Champ, and like all the cows would come over to the fence where he was, and he would just like run back and forth and play with them.
Uh-huh.
It was so bizarre. And he would also, we had a pool, and he trained himself to let himself in the pool
Oh, wow.
and go swimming.
What
But he
kind of dog
never
was
knew
it?
how to close the gate, so we always knew he
This was Champ.
Yeah, he would just be looking around like, man, I hope nobody sees me. And then he'd nuzzle up the gate and go in, and he'd have his little ball in his mouth, and he'd just be sitting by the pool. And
Pool time.
and like just still looking around to see if anybody's watching. Then he'd drop his ball in there and be like, well, I got to go get that. He would go down the steps, like he would not make a sound. Like slowly down the steps, he'd swim and get his ball, and then he'd do a couple laps with it, and then he'd get out. And then,
So he wasn't supposed to be doing it, and he knew it.
no, he was not supposed to be in
It
the
was
pool.
like, hey, the gate was open, and
I'm
somebody
just-
threw my ball
and
in
my
there.
ball was in the water. Can't let that.
That's
That's
funny.
that's not safe.
Oh, man. So, Mom, overall, did we like this movie, A Dog's Purpose?
Yeah, but you know what?
What?
Even though he died, he came back again,
Yeah.
again and again. And the last time he came back, he is going to the dog park.
Mhm.
He was a lonely and abandoned stray by that time, and he catches a scent of something that was very familiar to him,
Mm-hmm.
and he realizes it's from a smell a long time ago, and he comes up to this older gentleman, and it's Ethan,
Oh,
his
Right.
the
The one that he
young
loved the most.
friend.
Mm-hmm.
I got chills.
Yeah, and even though Bailey's entirely different, Ethan recognizes something about him that's so familiar, even the way he fetched a ball and everything, and they end up together happily ever after.
Yay!
Oh, I got chills.
Well, I'll have to go see that now. As long as there's a happy ending,
How many thumbs
is
up
a
and how
happy
many thumbs down, Miss Betty?
How many thumbs we giving this? Where we could go Paul's.
How many paws? Let's see.
We'll go
Well, four paws up. That was a
Four
good
paws.
there we
up.
go. So this on her back just sticks straight up.
4 paws up. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'll take it.
Yeah. Are you guys? I know you and Dad have talked about possibly getting another dog. Is that something that you guys are still considering, or is that just not going to happen?
Well, we were thinking about it, or he was, until we had Kayla's puppy for 10 days while
That's
she went to
my brother's child, Kayla.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Went on a trip and left her dog with my parents to puppy sit.
Oh, okay.
And what happened?
And well, I'd take her out every hour and a half or so, and she would pee, but she'd come back in and poop on my white carpet.
Oh,
Oh boy.
oh no.
So no more. So
So
you're
look at her
done
and
picking
I
up
said,
poop.
bad dog. When I said, you better be glad you are a cute puppy. She's a darling.
Well, maybe you could get just like an older dog that's already housebroken.
There you go. Go
Yeah.
rescue one maybe. Dad wants
Yeah.
a specific dog though. He said he wants one of those God, what do you call those dogs?
Ugly English bulldogs that rides a skateboard.
Oh yeah,
That's what
those
he-
would be awesome.
That's what he wants. Well, isn't it your team's mascot that you like?
the bulldogs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but that's an American bulldog, I
Oh,
think.
he wants an English bulldog that rides a skateboard. It's a very specific dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's already trained to ride a skateboard.
He doesn't do any work. He wants it to show up on a skateboard.
Then he wants to buy a truck and let it ride in the front seat with him and slobber everywhere.
Oh man, they do slobber. Bulldogs do slobber.
They're pretty.
My sister has a chocolate lab,
Mhm.
and it's a girl, Remington, and it is so beautiful. And the other day, it was on the back porch, and there was a squirrel, and the squirrel jumped, and Remington jumped up and grabbed the squirrel out of the air,
Wow.
and like shook it like a toy.
Right.
And of course, the squirrel died immediately, probably from a heart attack.
Yeah.
But the dog had no idea that it wouldn't get back up. And so she puts the squirrel down and is nudging it, come
Like,
on,
let's go.
let's go.
Playtime.
And then is just staring at it and can't be.
Oh,
Then
no.
the dog went and buried the squirrel,
Whoa.
and then every day came back and put a rock on top of the
Are you
grave.
kidding
I'm
me?
not kidding.
Oh my
Was just
gosh.
devastated.
Wow.
I mean,
I wonder if that squirrel was reincarnated from another dog that used to be its friend.
yeah.
And then it's like, no, that's Reggie.
Yeah.
It's like,
Reggie.
no, it's not Reggie.
Here
It's a
you
squirrel.
are. Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
Is Dad around, Mom?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
You want? He is playing on his phone.
Ah, okay. You want to talk? You want
Yeah,
to talk to my
let's say
dad?
hi.
Yeah, let's say hey to Daddy real quick.
Okay, hold on.
Well, let's see. Is he gonna be mad? We took him away from his game.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Hey, Dad.
what's up?
Just talking to Mom, getting reviews. Meet Sarah Tiana.
Hello.
Hello.
You are on the Fried Podcast.
We were talking about
Uh-oh.
dog stories, and John was saying you want a bulldog that can ride a skateboard.
Yeah, I just thought I wanted a dog. I didn't really want one after all.
Why don't you want one?
They're a lot of trouble. How do you get this thing on speak? Can you hold on just a second?
What are they trying to do?
Speakerphone? Maybe he's trying to get it off the speaker or on speaker. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just talk to you in there, I reckon.
Oh, yeah. That's the old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, why don't you why don't you want a dog anymore? Because they're too much work.
Exactly. I mean, they got it's like Mom said a while ago. I heard her talking to you. You take. This was the dumbest little dog I've ever seen. It's as cute as it could be, but it ain't got as much sense as a Heron box. It was just ignorant.
Yeah.
Have you had smart dogs before?
Oh yeah. We used to have. We had a Cocker Spaniel was pretty smart. When I was a kid, my dad had bird dogs. He loved to hunt.
Oh wow.
And we had some setters, and he had one that was he named her Vicky. I don't know where did he come up with the name Vicky? I have no idea.
Okay.
But she was smart. She could hunt and point, and when you got through, she'd clean your gun for you. And
What?
she was really. Sometimes she'd drive home.
No, get out of here.
Didn't she do taxes too?
No, she couldn't do taxes. Don't be ridiculous.
Wouldn't it be weird? I mean, was it weird when she would run off and then your dad would just be like, Vicky! Like it was like his wife?
Right.
She didn't run off. Nobody else in the neighborhood would feed her.
It'd be funny, like just talking about the dog with family, like, yeah, old Vicky's over there licking her crotch again.
If she's supposed to eat, she's going to stay there.
Vicky licking my gun.
Yes.
Hey, Dad, did you get my email about when I'm coming back?
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
All right. Can you pick me up?
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
be glad to.
All right, cool. Dad's my Uber driver when I go home.
You guys are just
I'm good.
setting
Uber guy.
logistics on the
Yeah,
podcast.
let's settle
instead of
logistics real
texting.
quick. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Dad's just like a one-word answer kind of person.
Right.
Yes. No. How was Hilton Head?
Yep.
How was Hilton Head?
It was nice. Hilton Head is a great place. I like it.
What did y'all do there? Did you go to the beach?
Well, wait, yeah. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna slam somebody while I got you on here. There's a
okay.
there's a restaurant there.
Yes.
It's Giuseppe's.
Oh gosh, I hate it
Great
already.
Great
okay.
restaurant. Had good food. You know, waiters were nice. They had the only place they could set us was at a table that was directly in a door. I mean, my back was just right in the path of people going in and out of this door outside.
Oh, he hates that.
And I hate. Oh gosh, I asked. I said, "Can you move us?" And she said, "Well, we can put you back in line and you can get in line." And I said, "Well, no, I was here before. Other folks. Why can't I have the table right there?" And she said, "Well, people are coming for that." And I said, "Well, people are already here. It's me." And I made a little scene there. I think I embarrassed Mom, but Mom had to have been there to got that table.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you had to behave yourself since Mom was there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he'd have got that table. See, my dad, he used to be a cop, and so they don't like sitting with their backs towards people.
Well,
know?
yeah. Or towards the door.
Nobody that's a cop ever used to be a cop. They still are.
Yes, I misspoke.
All right, it's like
Yeah.
a Marine.
He's
Once
still
a Marine, always a Marine.
He's still packing.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Still packing? Did you show him that at Giuseppe's?
No, you don't show them your gun.
Well, so it didn't get to that level. That's good. All right.
No, nothing ever gets to that level.
Good. All right. Well, tell Mom thank you for doing another Betty's movie reviews. And
let me let Mom have the last word.
Okay.
I'm gonna give the phone back to her.
all right. Talk to you later.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hey, Mom.
Hey.
So we're saying goodbye.
We wanted to thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome. I
Appreciate
enjoyed
it. You're a big hit on the podcast.
Yeah, you're
I
a
don't-
big hit. You're everybody's
Oh.
number one favorite.
Yeah.
There's
There's
sweet.
lots of positive reviews on your segment. So thank you very much, and we'll keep doing them if you want to.
Okay.
All right. I love you.
All right. Love you too.
Bye.
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 Now I gotta hang up. Boop.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. All right.
That was so much fun. I'm so glad we got to talk to your dad.
I know.
He's a hoot.
He is a hoot.
We got to get him on the phone way more.
We gotta find out a segment for him, maybe.
I think it's just, what'd you do today?
Did you kill someone today?
Yeah. Where's your gun?
Yeah.
Where's
You
your...
can do like restaurant reviews, but not the food, but the seating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I took a seating chart in
tell
there,
you.
and I told him that this is bad Feng shui. You say.
Feng shui.
Oh man.
That is amazing.
Well,
man.
thank you, Mom. That was a great job, and Dad will figure out something for you. And where are we at? I feel like we're all over the map here. We're at 44. Okay.
Okay.
So you want to do one of yours or one of mine and just be done, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to tell you this story real quick that
Okay.
I found because I'm just going to read it to you.
Okay.
And
I like the picture. I can see there's a picture. Yeah.
I'll post a picture on Instagram of the person that did this. So this is in Sioux City, Iowa.
Okay.
This is kind of a rednecks everywhere,
Yeah.
but more just people are stupid. Authorities say a man tried to deposit what he presented as a $1 million bill. And he has been charged with drug possession.
Wow.
So
$1 million bill.
a criminal complaint says Sioux City police officers were called to a Northwest Bank branch on Thursday and had to talk to a man who tried to deposit the bill into his account. The officers asked 33-year-old Dennis Strickland whether he had any more bills, and then when he reached into his pockets, a baggie fell out, and the baggie contained methamphetamine.
I've always said this: if you're gonna go to the bank and deposit your $1 million bill, leave your methamphetamine in the car.
You always say that.
Yeah,
you
I
always say that.
At least once a day.
People don't listen.
No, they never listen. Not Dennis.
This is my favorite part of the article. The U.S. Treasury Department says it has never produced a $1 million bill. Like, I love that they
Right.
called the Treasury Department to get a statement. Just like, we just want to clarify.
We're just gonna fact check this.
Hey, listen, we think it's weird, but we just want to make sure that we're not
Yeah.
missing something.
We don't want to be, do fake news over here. We want to make sure we're
also,
checking our facts.
if it is real, we want to deposit.
Yeah. Can we have one? Now, is there a picture of this $1
The
million
picture of
bill?
the guy. Oh no, there's not a picture
Oh,
of
I
the bill.
want to see the. Did he
I
draw
know.
on it? Did he make it himself? Is
What-
it Monopoly money?
Who's the picture of? You know,
Oh,
on a
who's the
bill-
president?
Who is the president with a $1 million bill?
What is the?
It's got to be like Putin.
What's the? Yeah, exactly. What is the biggest one that you can get in a bill? Like, is there $1,000 bill?
I think
There used to be. I
There
don't
used
think
to
they
be.
make them anymore, but I think they existed at one point.
$2 bills are pretty much what all of our bills are worth.
Yeah, that's as far as I get.
Yeah, I don't know. I think $100 has to be. I
It
mean,
used
in
to be-
movies,
there
you
used to
only
be a
see,
5 and a 1,000, I think, but I don't think they make them anymore. I think you're right. I think it's 100.
I think it's got to be 100
So
because
you think this dude got his hands on a $100 bill and just put some extra zeros on it, and didn't even try to change the face?
I wish they'd gone into it more because,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, he literally went. And I love that he also had an account at the bank.
Yeah.
Like this guy, I'm going to post a picture. He does not look like he has ever opened up.
How
Maybe
much? Yeah.
Definitely not a savings account.
How much do you think was in there to begin with?
Yeah.
Like $250.
Because also when you deposit something, sometimes they hold it to make sure that whatever you have in there can cover it if it bounces.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would have not been good.
And I also, like, imagine, do you think they put the marker on it to see if it was fake?
You hold it up to the light. Well, I don't know. Let's see
Like,
here.
how long do you think it took?
I know. If you would have been if you were that bank teller, you would have done all these fake tests just to mess with the guy. You'd be there like an
Yeah.
hour. Like, let me
Like,
get
hold
my,
on, just
my
gotta
felt
clarify.
tip here. Hold it up to the light.
Now, what's your account number again? Okay, I'm gonna need you to sign the back of this bill.
Yes.
I mean, who does that? Anyway,
That's
I just
funny.
love that he wasn't arrested for the bill. He was arrested because he went to see if he had any other bills in his pocket.
So he
and
got arrested-
methamphetamine came out.
That's what he got in trouble for.
He got arrested for the methamphetamines,
Oh.
not the bill.
So, okay.
The bill's still out
So
there.
we don't know if it would have worked.
We don't- There's been no comment, but the U.S. Treasury has commented
Oh, okay.
that they have never made one.
Oh, that's great.
They didn't say it's not out there. They just said they've never made
They
one.
they haven't made one. Right.
Somebody else might have.
Dennis tried, but
Dennis.
unsuccessfully. Well, there's rednecks everywhere for you right there.
Yep.
And I think I'm going to save this one for another episode because we're at, you said 50 now. We're at 48 now. So
Uh-oh.
what do you think? Should I do it or just?
Yeah, I think
All
we
right,
should
I'll
do
do it.
it.
So this is Remember Them, or I like to say Remember Them.
Yeah.
You remember that guy from that thing? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
From that place that one
Okay.
time.
I'm going to see if you can figure out who he is.
Okay.
Okay. His name's Mike Henry.
Okay.
Nothing so far, right?
I'm glad his last name wasn't Hunt. Because I thought you were gonna,
Yeah, classic.
That's what I thought
Yes.
you were going
Has
to do.
anyone seen
Yeah.
Mike Hunt? Yeah, I got to hit that H. So he was a football player, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to give you some other credits before I tell you why I like him.
Okay.
So he was a football player, born August 15th, 1936, Los Angeles. He played for the Rams and Pittsburgh Steelers.
Henry.
He played for the LA Rams, but that's not. And he went to school at USC.
That's not what he's known for.
But that's not like how I like him. He also played.
Well, honestly, if you play for the Rams, nobody really remembers you in the future.
That's
anyway.
true. Yeah. Is it ringing a bell over there, Aaron? Just curious. Okay. So this guy also played. He went on to be an actor. Okay. And he played Tarzan in a couple films. Tarzan. Yeah. But to me, the greatest thing he did was he played, and I know I've already done this movie, Smokey the Bandit. I love that movie. That's why I waited till the end. He played Sheriff Buford T. Justice's son. Like he was this dim-witted. He always, Jackie Gleason was always beating up on him. Calling, so your brain is the size of a tick turd. He goes, gee, Daddy, I think he was this real They made fun of him all the time.
Are you just watching Smokey and the Bandit and
Yeah.
going like, what's that guy's name?
I'm gonna do the whole cast. But so if you're wondering like, what's that guy up to? What else has he done? Well, he did Tarzan. He did Soylent Green. Know that movie?
No.
You don't know that one? You know that one. Soylent Green. They're eating people. The Longest Yard. The Green Berets. He did More Dead Than
Let me
Alive.
see a picture of him.
You know what? I'm on his Wikipedia. They don't have a picture of the guy. That makes me so mad. But I'll look one up here. And he was on an episode of MASH, Fantasy Island, General Hospital. I'll show you a picture.
General Hospital.
Yeah. He's a good-looking dude. I mean, you can't be a schlub and be Tarzan. Okay.
Yeah.
So this guy, is a linebacker, so he's got a big football body. But if you were wondering whatever happened to that guy, well, it's not that great. He got diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and he retired from acting in 1988, and he just lives with his wife, and they are very devoted to each other.
Oh,
That's
so
what it
he's
says.
still alive with Parkinson's
He's still
and
alive,
everything.
but he's got the Parkinson's.
Oh, man.
And he probably doesn't get out much, but I was just thinking like, what happened to that guy? Because he just kind of fell off, 1988.
Well, also, I mean, if you're going to do the whole cast, I mean,
Right.
if you see
I'll pick another movie next time.
If you see Burt Reynolds now, you'd be like, what happened to that guy?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Right, I mean,
Who did
he's
he
shriveled
become?
up, huh? I mean, he got,
Shriveled up
yeah.
or tightened up.
Yeah. Oh, his face got pulled back. He got the Kenny Rogers. Yeah. 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 Poor guy.
Ooh.
Yeah. Old age is a
So
bitch.
if you're going to do Remember Them, let's do Burt Reynolds.
I'll pick another movie next time, I promise.
No, you won't.
Okay, you're right. I'll just move on to another cast member.
Oh, that was fun.
All right. Well, there you go, folks. Another amazing episode of
So
Fried.
many great
wrapped
episodes
up.
of Fried. We've had,
This is our ninth or 10th one so far.
oops, shit. Whoops. I didn't mean to say
She's playing the
shit.
credits.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
go ahead.
I don't know which episode it
I
is.
think we're on 9 right now. I think this is 9th, I think. In Toronto, people were giving me compliments on our podcast.
Really?
So we're up there in Canada, too.
People? Yeah, well, I hope so. Yeah. I think they have
We're worldwide.
iTunes.
Yeah, they have everything. Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening again. We appreciate it.
Yes, and we're going to have more family members on. We're also going to, a lot of people have been asking if we're going to have comedians on. We are.
Sure.
We're just kind of picking and choosing. And we're also going to be doing this live in
that's right.
Arizona.
I'm excited
in
for that.
Phoenix, October 29th.
Are you going to be there, Aaron? All right. Yeah, we're doing the All Things Comedy Fest.
Yes, which is in Phoenix. So we do a live podcast, and then we'll be doing stand-up after. So we'll get a good guest for that, and we'll have people call in, and it'll probably be a little bit longer episode. And it'll be really fun.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Happy
Bye.
Friday.
Happy Friday.
Well, I was raised up beneath the shade of a Georgia pine, and that's home